Retain gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again with another video. Peace, love, and abundance, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. If you want to support the channel, I'll leave all my links in my description. Make sure y'all check out the Retain Gang community and hit that like button. All right. Is it me, or does it seem like people are acting strange lately? It's not the same. It's not like it used to be. Right? It's when I go outside, bro, I don't even want to be out most of the time. I don't want to interact with people anymore. It could be just me, but at the same time, I feel like it's deeper than that. I feel like people aren't who they used to be. You see what I'm saying? When I'm out and about and I come across people, there's no connection anymore. You know, before 2020, I felt like everything was still fun and still playful. It was very energetic. People felt real. It don't feel like that anymore. Like when I look people in the eyes, because that's what I do, you know what I'm saying? I don't see anything. It looks hollow. It looks like I'm looking through them. You know? There's no connection. When I make eye contact, there's no type of synchronicity anymore. And I've been noticing that more and more lately. Don't get me wrong, it could have always been like this, you know, and maybe we're just waking up to it, right? Because think about it, when we were born into this world, nobody gave us a manual, nobody gave us a playbook on how life works. We just kind of grew up and we're just following along what our parents did, our family did, what our friends did at school, what the teachers taught us, and we just accepted it. But nobody really told us, what is this place? Nobody told us nothing. You know, what is this reality? What is this plane of existence that we live on every single day? Nobody said nothing, right? So we developed this sort of ego of thinking we know what life is, right? Everybody has this knowing of what life is. You get up, you go to work, you know, you pay your bills, start a family, get a house, right? And everybody thinks that's the blueprint to life. But what is this really? You know? And I think as the veil is being lifted, the veil is gone. You know, scratch being lifted, it's gone. And I think as more people are waking up now, these truths are starting to come to the forefront. And I feel like things are just now starting. Like it's going to get even more revealing, right? Because you got even the people that were asleep starting to wake up and see certain things. It's like there's so much going on right now and being revealed to us. Even if you don't believe in conspiracies, even if you are, you know, still plugged in, there's just some things you can't ignore. You know what I'm saying? There's just some things like you gotta be like, okay, yeah, I see that. You know what I'm saying? You can't hide it. It can't be hidden anymore. So, you know, I just don't have that urge to go out in public and really build with people unless I meet somebody who has that spark in their eyes. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You can tell when somebody knows something. You can tell when somebody is questioning life by that glow, that spark in their eyes. Really, I've only came across a few people in real life like that, but you know, online on my videos, you know, doing content, I meet a lot of you guys. I'm grateful for what I do, man, because I've been able to meet like-minded people. And you know, I don't know what I would do if I didn't have this opportunity. You know, I probably would go crazy, be somewhere in the corner, you know, in a straitjacket, just because you have to have somebody to talk to about these things. You know, it feels good to express yourself and to be able to talk to somebody that understands. You know, when I do my consultations, that's one of the first things people tell me is like, man, it feels so good to talk to somebody that understands, that's not going to look at me like I'm weird or treat me like I'm You know, like I don't mean anything. Like what I'm saying is stupid. You know, it's something about being able to talk to like-minded people that just makes this journey a lot easier for us. And I'm grateful, you know. I think that as we are being separated into our rightful places, I think everything's going to even out and smooth itself out, right? I feel like the people that are awakened, you know, we're going to start meeting each other and coming in contact with each other more and more. But right now, we have to be spread out because we have a job to do. You know, a lot of you guys, your light, you don't understand how much energy you have. And your energy, your light is so vast, it's so big and powerful that you have to stand alone, right? It's like the Most High scattered us all across the globe into these sections for us to raise the frequency there. So that's why it might seem like you're alone, because, you know, you're a soldier, you're a one-man army, and you don't need anybody else to be there with you while you're on your duty. You can get that done by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, you guys let me know if you've been feeling like people are just different, like it's not the same. I swear, I was driving from the park one day, right, doing my grounding, and I drove past this guy on the sidewalk, and he was just standing there, like, bobbing back and forth, right? And I sat there and looked at him for like 5 to 10 minutes, and he was just doing the same thing. It was almost like he was malfunctioning. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, man, what is going on, bro? You know, what is this reality? I really believe this is a simulation, you know, and there's a lot of NPCs walking around, you know, non-playable characters that are just programmed to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? And just like us, we can't be here for so long, right? This is a simulation. You know, you got to go to sleep. You got to charge, right? Think about that. You have to go to sleep every single night because your body needs to charge itself. But when you go to sleep, your consciousness goes somewhere else. So that's how I know this reality is more than what they told us. You know what I'm saying? I think that we are just consciousness here piloting this body and here to do a mission or here to learn something, you know, and we can only plug in and out so much, just like playing a video game. You know, you go online, you play for a few hours, and then you get off the game. I think it's the same thing here, right? There's this show that I got put on by my community called The Peripheral, right? And the main character, she puts on this headset and she's able to transfer her consciousness to the future. It's like 100 years in the future, and she's inside of this robot, right? That looks just like her on the outside, but it's a robot. And she's able to like communicate and walk around and talk to the people in the future. But when she unplugs, she goes back to her regular self in the past, and then that robot that she was in, it goes back to automation mode or AI, and they have to charge it up until she comes back next time. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we do. Think about it. Our body runs off electricity. You have a nervous system. You have a brain, right? You have a hard drive, a motherboard, a computer chip. We have all the same technology in this body, and it cannot run forever. It has to charge because it loses power. And when I first went through my awakening, I felt like there was a very thin line between the dream world and this reality, this real world, so that we call it, right? And I've told this story before. When I first woke up, man, it was like a good couple weeks to a month where I couldn't tell the difference between my dreams and reality. My dreams felt real. Real life felt like a dream. And I was just sitting there like, man, what is going on with me, bro? Am I going crazy? Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? But it passed over eventually, and I started to ground myself again. But that was when I realized reality ain't what it seems. And this is why maybe the people aren't what they seem anymore, because we're waking up and finally seeing what's always been there. You know, you got souls and you got NPCs. Everybody doesn't have a soul. Some people are just here, they're just programs, right? And that's probably why we detach from a lot of people as well, because they no longer resonate with us. You know, if I'm playing online, man, I want to play with some real life people. I don't want to play with the bots or the AI. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can do that by myself playing single player, but if I'm getting online, I want to meet other real life people because it makes the game more fun. I think that's what we do here. We want to meet other real life people that's in this simulation like us, because it makes things worthwhile. We have somebody to connect to, right? There's this video of this guy. He goes into a video game and he starts talking to the NPCs. And he talks to one lady NPC and he tells her, do you know that you're just an NPC in a video game, a simulation? And the AI actually started freaking out, right? Because they thought it was a real person. She was like, oh my God, I'm not real? What do you mean I'm not real? How long do I have to live? And she's asking all these questions, right? And then it made me realize how in real life, when you ask people or you try to tell people like all these conspiracies that's going on, they start to crash out or they shut down. They're not able to receive the information that you're saying. So this is why a lot of you guys probably been feeling the way you feel. Like you feel like you just want to be isolated. You don't really have the motivation to go out and do the things you used to do. Like be around people. Like, you know, I used to like going out and being social. Even though I'm an introvert, I still know how to be social. But, you know, lately, the past couple years, it hasn't been in me. It don't feel the same. People don't feel the same. I don't get that vibe anymore. And I thought it was something wrong with me. Like I'm getting boring, you know, I'm turning into unk now. But that's not the case, man. I think that as we grow on this spiritual journey and we become more in tune with ourselves, we start to see the real from the fake. We start to see what's really going on in the background. You know what I'm saying? And our spirit team is always going to guide us and let us know what we need and what we don't need in our life. And one thing you don't need is a bunch of NPCs, you know, that's in your life, because that's going to hold you back. It's going to bring your energy down, and it's going to make you lose focus on your purpose, make you lose focus on who you are. Trust me, I tried it. You know what I'm saying? And you know what they say, you are who you hang around with. So essentially being around a bunch of people who aren't awakened is going to put you back to sleep. So you got to be careful out here. All right. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. You know, I thought this was a cool topic because I like to talk like this, especially at nighttime. I like to just get these light codes and you know, I thought I'd just share it with y'all. But hey, if you need to speak with me, I do one-on-one consultations. So I'll leave my link in my description. Peace, love, and abundance, and I'm out.